Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com. Today we're taking a quick look at and installing the RedLine Tuning QuickLIFT Plus hood strut system available for the 05 to 14 Mustang. Now once you have your hood latch lifted, it's really easy to use, they're really stylish, and they're a great option for the guys out there owning an S197 looking to replace that in the way and kind of ugly factory hood prop here. Now you can leave it down here and just tuck it underneath, but now with these new hood struts, there's absolutely no reason to pull that out of place. As you just saw, I used 2 fingers to pop this up, and it's got a slow progressive release system. That means it's coming up very gently, and when it reaches the top, it slows down even more until it's fully in its upright position. Putting it back down again, just as simple. It's got a slowly gonna go right back down into the latch. For the pair, you can get them for just under $100. They come with a gloss black finish and the RedLine Tuning logo vinyled right on the side. They're extremely easy to remove if you ever wanted to go back to that factory hood prop, but honestly, in my opinion, there will be no need to do that. These are super easy to use, they're very stylish, and they're a great and convenient option to replace that factory hood prop. Now, as far as the installation is concerned, 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. It'll take you about 30 to 45 minutes at the most. Simple hand tools required, like a ratchet and a 10mm deep socket, and I'm going to show you guys how it gets done. So let's get to it. To get started with the install, you'll want to make sure that you're leaving on your factory hood prop because you have to hold the hood up some way while you're installing your hood struts, and then we can come back to that later on. Now to kick off installing the actual hood struts themselves, we're going to start off with our ball stud retainer and our conical washer. That's going to go into the pre-drilled hole on the edge of our hood frame, on the inside. Now that hole has been pre-drilled so that you'll slide in that conical washer and twist this on, tightening it down on both sides. I'm going to start on the passenger side, but I do want to point out that you want to untwist this and unthread it about halfway on that stud, leaving some room so that this doesn't fall into the hood, but also giving you enough room to slide it into the hole. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, starting here on the edge of the hood, you want to work your way up from that hood bracket to the first hole on the edge of the inside of that hood. With this halfway threaded backwards, making sure that this is not going to fall off, you want to insert the edging into that pre-drilled hole and latch it on the inside. Now you'll see you have a lot of play with this. Since we're on the passenger side, we're going to put this as close to the outside of the passenger side as possible. On the driver's side, we'll do the opposite. So since we're on this side, we're going to go ahead and twist this in to tighten it down, making sure it's on as far to the left as possible toward the passenger side. Since it's tightened down by hand, we're going to repeat this for the opposite side, then come back down and tighten them down with our ratchet. All right, same process here for the driver's side. I've got it threaded halfway off, making sure it won't fall out into the hood. Latch that in, pull it all the way to the driver's side. And we're going to twist this down. Now, when you're twisting it to tighten it, you might have to pull against it to put enough pressure to get it to stop spinning and actually tighten on the threading. So now that we have it inside, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down with our hand. Grab our 15mm deep socket and tighten these down. Now we're going to grab our 1/2" deep socket and tighten these down. All right, right underneath of the stud we just installed, we're going to put in one of our fender brackets. Now we have to remove the fender bolt sitting next to that oval-shaped opening here. You're going to use your 10mm socket to get that off. The bracket's going to sit right over that hole, and you're going to tighten down that factory bolt. That'll sit right over top of that threaded hole. You're going to put that bolt right back into place. All right, repeat that same thing for the other side. All right, we got our 10mm socket. We're going to remove the bolt on our driver's side fender, put in our new bracket, and tighten the bolt right back down to its factory location. on to the next step. The last steps here, now that we have our fender brackets in place, is to set our hood struts into place so we can get this hood prop out of the way. So what we're gonna do is put our extended end on the bottom here on our fender. We gotta snap it into place firmly. Now there's metal retaining clips in that stud there that you'll have to snap through. And if you ever wanted to remove them, you just use a flathead screwdriver to pry up on that metal clip. So we're gonna firmly press them into place. Might take a little elbow grease. Then we're gonna lift up on our hood to line up our top end to snap it into the ball stud up here. So let's get to it. All right, now we can do the same thing for the other side. That's going to wrap up my review and install of the RedLine Tuning QuickLIFT Plus hood strut system, available for the 05 to 14 Mustang, and you can get yours right here at AmericanMuscle.com.